Hello everybody, I'm Andy Phillips and this is Iron Concepts number 57. These days, as you get busier, it's really easy to recognize the fact that there are so many powerful tools available to us as small businesses. Many of these tools are the key players for those among us who are very successful. When you see somebody in our field nowadays that is really successful, that's really cleaning house, chances are it's because they've used these tools to their advantage. They've either got their website down pat or they've networked in exactly the right way. They've got their social media down. It's not just about being on the latest and greatest show, getting your face out in front of a lot of people. You have to have the tools to back that up. And it doesn't matter whether you're famous or not, you still need those tools at your disposal. And yet, at the same time, those tools that can be so potent and so powerful to launch us forward, those same tools can be a vice. Not just a distraction, but also an echo chamber for ignorance. As these tools become more powerful, it makes it just that much more sad to see people fail by misusing something that could just as soon launch them to great success. Edward Murrow's speech about television was almost 60 years ago, and much of what he said could be applied to the boundless amounts of compute that we have available to us today, even that which sits in your pocket. These tools can be every bit as important as your hammer and anvil, and it's an easy topic to broach. It's an easy topic to discuss because it's all around us. It permeates every element of our lives and the way that we work. Now, as I've said before, our trade is a root trade. If you understand the art of blacksmithing, then there is no limit to the usefulness of the ways that it can be applied, whether it's beautiful artwork or utilitarian repair. And what this means is you don't exactly have to stay on top of your marketing game to survive. And this literally means that what you do is inherently valuable to humanity. You're inherently a valuable part of any group of people. Thus, customers will come to you. And in our trade, this is one of the greatest traps. Now, it's really awesome to have knowledge or an understanding that makes you inherently valuable. However, when you let the market determine what that value is, you are a slave to that market. And at the absolute best, it's not really that bad. The market will reward you by giving you more work than you can handle, and you can just pick and choose what you'd like out of that work. At worst, however, only friends and family and people who are less fortunate than you will ever come through your shop's door, and that's no kind of clientele to have. And we've talked before about how to take control of that market and not let your customers control your destiny for you. But it doesn't change the fact that today's market is broad, and people are used to fast communication and large swaths of information about anything that they want to know. To stay ahead of this type of market, you need to use all of the tools. There's no way to do it without this. Marketing, advertising, communicating are all now your best friends to get the work that you want, to keep the customers happy, and to keep you in the place in the market that you want to work. This is why Vulcan has bestowed on humanity, in a dust-proof, waterproof, nearly blacksmith-proof case, the iPhone. Realistically, though, Steve Jobs, in one of my favorite speeches by him, said that the computer is like a bicycle for your brain, and I agree with this metaphor 100%. It takes the work that you can do, it takes the effort that you put in, and it amplifies it. It turns it into something different, something better and more useful. Kind of like a treadle hammer, for those of you who haven't been on a bicycle in a while. Basically, though, all the compute that you have at your fingertips every day doesn't do you any good if you don't put anything worthwhile into it. And I think this is the best place in all of this that I could put in some useful direction, because there's no limit to what you can put in, useful or otherwise. It may seem that there's some greater form to Facebook Messenger, some underlying etiquette that will save you. But just as your parents had to learn to only check their email every so often, and their parents had to learn to turn off the phone, and their parents had to decide to check the mail only once a day, you too must learn to put down your phone and pick up the hammer. I think there's a simple formula here, and it's one that each of us must work out on our own. There are only so many hours in the day, and you have to choose how you want to spend them. While you won't have a choice every day of your life, you will get to choose at least some of the times. And you have to choose, are you say a 10% good communicator, a 5% marketer, and then 85% left over to be the best blacksmith that you can be? Nobody gets to be 100% of everything all the time. There's not really a wrong answer here, as long as the answer works. But you need to decide, and not let it be decided for you. Don't be a slave to anyone, not your clients, not your market, and especially not your phone. Like Moreau said, this instrument can teach, it can illuminate, and yes, it can even inspire, but it can only do so to the extent that humans are determined to use it to those ends. Otherwise, it's nothing but wires and lights in a box. But that's it for me today. It's the same old dilemma, your tools and how you use them. And that's all that blacksmithing really is in the end. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the drawing. And if you're still watching this on the Blue channel, make sure to hop down in the description below. We're moving all of these videos over to the Iron Concepts channel. We have our own channel now. If you have any thoughts on this, feel free to shoot a comment below. Not a commenter, though. Don't shoot anyone. And if you have anything you want to delve into in the future, feel free to email me. My email is in the description as well. Oh, this is so bad. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and until next time, we'll see you. Bye.